Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 video, and today we're doing more of a simple idea where we're going to be swapping the orbit of Earth and the orbit of Jupiter. So yeah, Earth's going to be where Jupiter is and Jupiter's going to be where Earth is. So yeah, this isn't another fan commented this, so you know who you are. Thanks for the idea. And like I said in previous videos, you know how I have a lot of ideas now. I can't get your idea done straight away as soon as you comment it, because I do have a lot of stuff to get through, plus my own ideas like I've mentioned previously. So yeah, there's apologies for the long wait, but honestly I've had so much stuff to get through, like ideas and stuff, so I have a giant list on my Word pad. You may have heard me mention it in the live stream before, but yeah, on the Word document I have, yeah, I've got all the ideas of what you guys have commented. So yeah, it's not easy to get them all done straight away, yeah, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, anyways, many thanks for the idea, and also many thanks to everyone who has subscribed and all that in the last few days. I haven't been making videos the last few days, so I was quite tired after my week, so obviously I'm back at like doing work and stuff now, so yeah, I've been slightly more busy. But anyways, I'm back now, so if you've got any ideas for videos and stuff, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll add them to my long list of stuff to do, and hopefully I'll eventually make an idea. And also, speaking of this, actually, since I'm swapping Earth and Jupiter, we could make this into a series if you guys want, where I swap, or I'll just swap random objects in the solar system around, see what sort of differences will happen to the system. So yeah, if you want me to make a series out of these sort of like episodes, then yeah, just ask me. I'll probably leave a comment, and then if you want me to do it, just like it or reply or whatever. But anyway, just get into this. Enough of me rambling along. So, swap the orbits of Earth and Jupiter around. Okay, we can do this. So it should be a nice, simple thing to do. So here is Earth, and then we're going to put Jupiter right in the middle here. So I'm pretty much going to put it right in the center of Earth there. So okay, the middle is about here. That's pretty much the middle. So now we're going to delete Earth. We're going to make Jupiter auto-orbit the Sun, so it all works good. Then I think I'm going to add the moons of Jupiter around, just because the comment said add Jupiter, but might as well add the whole Jupiter system in, just to make it a little more interesting. So anyways, let's go to Jupiter out here. Then we're going to put Earth right in the middle of this. So let's put just put it straight in the middle there. Then we want to delete that. Then we're going to auto-orbit Earth around the Sun. So then we just want to quickly hit play and then pause again, just so they lock onto the orbit of the Sun here. So let's zoom out, hit play. So now we've got Jupiter over there as an orbit, and then we've got Earth here. So then we're going to add the moon to Earth. So now, oh damn, I zoomed in way too quick there. So yeah, now we have the moon around Earth, as we can see here. So yeah, it's going to be a lot colder here now, since we are at the orbit of Jupiter. So there's that. And then if we go back to Jupiter, all the way over here, now we're going to add all of Jupiter's moons to Jupiter. So let's go and do that. And this may get pretty intense, because as you can see, some of these moons are so far away from Jupiter, they almost reach the orbit of Venus and Mars. So that's going to be pretty crazy. So hopefully they will all orbit. So if I just hit play and then pause. Oh damn. Oh my damn. Look at that. So that is what happens if you put the Jupiter system in the orbit of Earth. As you can see, because the Sun is a lot closer, that means the Sun has a lot bigger effect on the orbit of Jupiter, or the objects around Jupiter, because the Sun's gravity is stronger because it's closer to the Sun here. So some of the moons, Jupiter isn't strong enough to hold them in this point in the solar system, because the Sun is just a lot stronger since it is closer. So pretty interesting if you didn't know that. If Jupiter was in the orbit of Earth, a lot of its moons would be taken away and made into like random debris flying around, or actually some of the moons, if they were large enough, like Ganymede or Callisto, they'd actually become planets. But anyways, there's the moon and the Earth. So now I'm going to hit play, and as you can see, it's pretty much, yeah, the Earth and moon part of this is going to be quite boring, because it's just Earth and moon, and I'm pretty sure you work it out, Earth is definitely going to cool down, because if you can see here, it's not even in the habitable zone at all. It's not even in any of the zone. That's just how far away it is. So poor old Earth can get very, very cold here. Probably go to about minus 100 degrees almost. But anyways, let's go to the main star of the show here, so Jupiter. So as we can see, most of the inner area of Jupiter, so you've got these moons really close to Jupiter, and then you've got the 4 Galilean moons, so you've got Io, Europa as well, Ganymede and Callisto. These guys are all fine, but it's just the objects a little further out where their orbits are slightly being altered and stretched out, and some of them are not even orbiting poor old Jupiter anymore, so that is not good. But anyways, the good thing about being close to the Sun for Jupiter is stuff like Europa here, it could warm up and actually become like a liquid ocean. But the problem with Europa is it doesn't have an atmosphere, so even if it was a liquid ocean, I'm pretty sure it would all just evaporate off Europa, or it wouldn't work. So if anyone knows what would happen to Europa if it was a liquid water but it had no atmosphere, like will the water just stay on it, or will the water just evaporate off? As you can see right now, it looks like it's losing a bit of material there, but yeah, that's not too good. I'm pretty sure if Europa, or if any object had water on it but it didn't have an atmosphere, I'm pretty sure the water would just disappear, because if there's no atmosphere, there'd probably be less gravity as well, I think. I don't know for sure, so yeah, someone please correct me on that if I'm wrong, because it's always good to see what you guys have to say. But yeah, there we are. So there's some very strange orbits in here. This object here, it's got a quite peculiar orbit coming in really close to Jupiter and then going out. But anyways, let's speed this up, because remember, some of these orbits are actually crossing Venus, actually. So Venus is going to sort of get involved here. But can we see Jupiter from Venus? I reckon we can. You can just about, it looks like you can just about see him over there. If you look, if we put it on background on solid black here, you can see there's some objects to the left of Venus there. You can see them. So that's pretty cool. Let's just keep it on just stars, just so we can see everything a little easier. But yeah, there we go. So that is looking good. But it's not just the moons which are going to change, because Jupiter is now in the inner solar system. It's probably going to mess up a lot of the inner planets' orbits as well. So yeah, this may get pretty crazy, but yeah, here we are. So look at all the orbits. Look at this; they're all just going off in their own directions now. So there's good old Venus, and doesn't seem like we can really run this simulation very fast, just because of the amount of objects here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, and while that is all running, we're going to go ahead and delete all of the further away objects, because stuff like Uranus, Neptune, all the dwarf planets out there, they're not going to be affected by this hardly, because they're just so far away. Then their orbits are pretty much just going to be the same. So we're just going to go ahead and manually delete these while the simulation is running, because yeah, this may not even help, but it's worth a shot. So we're just going to go and delete these. So there we go. And I think we'll leave Saturn in there if I didn't delete it already. Wait, is Saturn here? I think it is. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Earth's the last object. So this is the orbit of Jupiter here. Right, so now hopefully it will run a little quicker. So let's keep an eye. Can it go a little quicker? Okay, it can, slightly. But you can see some of the objects are wobbling if you look very carefully. So, yeah, there's definitely some objects changing here. What if we turn that off? It runs a little faster with that off, I think. Okay, so there you go. So you can see some of them are already really, really far away as they're closer to the sun, so their orbit will be slightly faster. So yeah, these guys are they've just ditched the rest of the Jupiter system, and then you got the poor old slow ones out here, which are a lot slower, and they're almost oh no, they are beyond the orbit of Mars here. So some of these may just fall into the asteroid belt. Honestly, like they're quite far away here now, so that's not good. But as you can see, the Jupiter system has just been completely stretched out, and it's not looking good for Jupiter and its moons now. But anyways, the inner moons will be completely fine, as you can see here. Europa, Ganymede and Callisto, they're just doing just fine. So that is good. How's Europa doing? I'll keep an eye on Europa. So Europa still at -140, so it's still pretty cold here, but it does reflect 64% of the light it receives, and because it has no atmosphere, that means it doesn't have a greenhouse effect. So yeah, may get quite warm in the day, but as it turns to nighttime, like Mercury, because it has no atmosphere, no heat gets trapped in, so it all just floats back into space. So this thing can't really store heat very well, just because it has no atmosphere. So yeah, poor Europa. If we gave it an atmosphere, it may work a little easier, but we're just swapping the orbits of Earth and Jupiter. We're not touching any settings on the objects here. So well, Earth is not looking good anymore. It's all freezing up, like even like the desert here in Africa is freezing up. I'm pretty sure like Death Valley in America, or all of North America, is now completely froze pretty much, apart from this bit, maybe southern Florida, a bit of Mexico here, and then the state here. I don't know what state it is, I'm sorry, I'm English, I don't know America very well. I know some states, but not all of them. South America's still looking relatively warm, but I think you can see in Argentina here, these mountains. Yeah, I think this is Argentina, yeah, that country. Yeah, you can see it. I think there's a mountain range here, I believe, and yeah, they're getting very covered in snow now, because obviously it's a lot colder, so that's not looking good. Antarctica's gains a lot of land size, because obviously the southern area is not going to receive as much sunlight, so it's definitely going to freeze up there as well. Madagascar also frozen up. All of Europe looks like it's gone as well. All of Europe and Asia, literally all of Europe and Asia, except maybe a bit of India there, looks like it's still got a bit of green showing there. If we just disable the clouds, you can really see. So Australia is still looking pretty warm compared to everything else. As you can see, there's not much snow there, but yeah, where most of the snow is, this is probably the higher land, or like the higher land levels, because obviously the higher you are up from like the regular sea level, the colder it will probably be. So it must be freezing cold at the top of mountains, like say like Mount Everest in China, or wherever it is, the Himalayas. I don't know if that's China, but yes, in the Himalayas. So yeah, around here somewhere. Yeah, top of Mount Everest and all those mountains must be very, very cold. And because remember, you've got to remember as well, there's not, I don't think there's much oxygen up there either. I think there's quite a limited amount of oxygen at the top of those mountains, but I'm not really good at my geography, so yeah. Looks like United Kingdom's almost connected to Europe as well because of the snow. The British Channel's going to freeze up. Pretty sure the Mediterranean will as well. So that is not, yeah, not looking good for poor old Earth. So yeah, rip Earth again. Poor old Earth never survives very well in my videos, does it? Earth, there's always something happening to Earth. Anyways, let's keep going here. So let's speed this up. Looks like the good old sun's just chilling. Mercury may not get affected, but I reckon Venus may get affected by Jupiter's orbit. So Venus now is just in the middle of all of the Jupiter moons. As you can see, it's just been overwhelmed. It's surrounded now. The poor old Jupiter here as well. Oh no. So we're going as fast as we can here, but I think I'm gonna, for the purpose of this video, no, I don't want to, no, close the tutorial. Yeah, I don't need you. We're gonna go into this menu here. We're gonna turn off automatic tolerance. We're gonna do that a bit just so we can hopefully speed it up a little more. Come on, a little, there we go. So yeah, we don't want it going too fast, but we'll just speed it up a little more. Doing that setting there. So okay, moons of Jupiter still looking all good. Looks like some of these moons here are slightly, their orbits have slightly changed, but it's nothing too extreme. So okay, that's definitely running a lot quicker. So yeah, the inner moons of Jupiter are completely fine. Poor old Earth, minus 15 degrees. It's freezing up even more now, as you can see here. So the United Kingdom's not even visible anymore. It looks like it's all just overwhelmed with the North Pole. It looks like, yeah, look, USA is connected with the North Pole now, connecting basically the whole top of the world is all one giant continent now. And I'm guessing the South, okay, the South is touching South America there, as you can see. It's not touching anything else. So yeah, you've got the whole North up here, which is pretty much connecting all the continents in the world. Then you've got the South, which definitely takes a lot longer to expand than the North does, which is pretty weird. But yeah, if anyone can say or tell me the reason why, that'd be interesting. But yeah, the South Pole always gets always gets bigger a lot slower than the North. The North always gets big really fast, but the South, yeah, it takes its time to expand in size. Yeah, it's pretty peculiar that, but yeah, if anyone can answer that, that'd be good. Let's keep going here. So what is up now? So some of the orbits have really changed. Look, some of them almost made it to the orbit of Mercury now. That's pretty crazy. You can see the orbits here just going completely bonkers. Look at this. Damn, yeah, a lot of them, they're not even orbiting Jupiter anymore. Like, none of them are. It's just the main, I think the last moon of Jupiter is now Callisto. Yeah, it is. Look, Callisto is now the last moon of Jupiter there. And it's pretty warm here. Look at that. Minus 3 degrees I'm at Callisto. So Callisto's not doing too bad, honestly. How's Io doing? Minus 38 degrees. Europa's still minus 144, so very cold. Ganymede, minus 27. So Callisto is probably the warmest object in the inner solar system now. Oh, no, what am I saying? The warmest moon. What am I saying? The warmest object. Venus is clearly the hottest. But yeah, this is definitely relatively warm. I think it's the third warmest. So you got Venus as first. Then you got Mercury second. And I think this would be third because there's no Earth anymore. So yeah, this is probably the third warmest object in the system, I'd say. Unless some of these little moons are... Maybe some of these guys are a little warmer in temperature, but yeah, they're so insignificant. This is the main, or the next main body in temperature order, I'd say, so that's pretty cool. Wait, is there a way we can view temperature? I think there's a view menu here. Is there? Yeah, realistic. Is there one by temperature? Oh, that's velocity, acceleration, mass. Dang it. So you can see sort of the different things. It's pretty cool. I've never used these settings. They're cool. Like, look how red the sun is. That is a red. That's a proper red star there. That looks cool. But yeah, there's some interesting settings to play around with in here, like acceleration. You can see here. Does that make any difference? Yeah, I don't really know how these work very well, but all that velocity. So yeah, look, this is pretty cool. So the objects closer to the sun are more hot colour. So Mercury being the fastest object because it's moving around the sun the quickest, that is red. But then all these objects out here, they're a little slower, so they're more of a cold colour. And then objects really far out, you can see like Earth is blue because it's travelling a lot slower. It's pretty cool, these settings. You've got a bit of like orange and stuff in there. It's like Mercury does speed up and then it slows down slightly in its orbits. That's why it goes to yellow. But as it approaches the sun, it does go faster again. So it's pretty cool. You can see like the velocities of the objects here. So this object here is also travelling relatively fast. So you can see its colour continually changes. So it goes blue, and then when it approaches the sun again, it's going to go red or go all the way to red. So if we watch it carefully, as it approaches the sun again, it should warm up. So yeah, whereas it says going red again, you can see it there. There it is, right there. And then as it loses away from the sun, it goes cold again because it's losing speed. There's a lot of this guy here is also going red, pretty cool. But it does give him a cool looking texture. Look how red Mercury is there. That's really cool. Look at this. Look at this guy. Oh, that looks red and menacing. Look at that. How's Earth doing? Look at this. They're all coloured. Jupiter's green. Oh, that's a real green gas giant. I wish we could colour gas giants that colour. That'd be cool. But yeah, there's Jupiter. Jupiter's travelling 29 kilometers a second, and then Earth will be at the very end here. Hey, look at this. Blue moon. Literally a blue moon. Blue moon. Where's Earth? How are you doing? And Earth is very, very blue. Look at that. Wow. Okay, I've never tried these, honestly, in a video. Like, pretty cool settings here. But yeah, we'll go back to realistic mode just because it's easier. But yeah, Earth is now at -70, so the whole world is just one big supercontinent now with no oceans anymore. Moon is at -153, so it's very cold there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for those guys. Looks like one of the objects from the Jupiter system has been ejected into the outer solar system there, so that's probably be on the orbit of Saturn now, so not good for them. But yeah, as you can see, the orbits are slowly changing. As you can see, a lot of them are going into the asteroid belt now. And whoever's orbit this is, yeah, above Mr. Spock here, whichever orbit is that, it's almost reaching the distance of Earth. So that's originally where Jupiter was, so that's pretty crazy. So where is Venus in all this? So Venus's orbit, I think is still okay. Yeah, Venus looks okay. But if it gets a close encounter with Jupiter, that may not be too good. But maybe it'll be fine since it is relatively close to the sun here. But yeah, Jupiter is causing a lot of trouble, as you can see here. Yeah, we've definitely got to try this with Neptune. Like, yeah, we definitely need to make this a series. Like, come on now, Neptune. We need to put Neptune where Mercury is. I think I may do that as a next episode. If you guys want it, of course. Like, do you want me to make a series on this? Because I think we should put Neptune where Mercury is and add all its moons in. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, tell me what you guys think. This seems pretty fun to do. So if you guys like it, I'll keep doing it as an extra series. So yeah, the main series on this channel right now are turning objects into stars. That's a classic. Like, that's the thing that got me where I was, pretty much, that series. Like, my first ever video on that's like 15,000 views. That's pretty crazy. And then the other series is making coloured solar systems. And then we could make this a third series, and then all the other days when I don't upload these series, we could do random ideas. Because I do have a lot of ideas from you guys we can do, so yeah. Just keep me fueled with ideas, and I can add it with my regular series and make sort of like a regular schedule out of it, maybe. I don't know. Tell me what you guys like. Give me ideas. Tell me if you want this series. Simple as that. But yeah, this seems pretty fun. Just look at all these objects. Anyways, let's go a little more crazy now. Let's turn the accuracy down a bit so we can really speed this up. So, oh damn. So as months pass, you can see more and more objects are getting more obscure orbits. It's like Io somehow got... How did Io get out here? Like, what? Oh god damn, this is pretty crazy. Jupiter. How has it got rid of all the moons? Like, all the moons around Jupiter just been flung away. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oh wow. So Callisto's the only one left. So where's like Ganymede and stuff? Like, there's the moon. Europa is there. So Io and Europa's over here. Where's Ganymede and Callisto? Do they even exist? It looks like Ganymede and Callisto died. Where are they at? I think they just disappeared. I don't even know what's happened. It's like those moons are just vaporized into nothingness. I don't even know. Maybe they collided with Jupiter for some reason. I have no idea, but if we keep going here, I think that is it for this episode, because as you can see here, looks like the objects are just going to go more and more crazy as it, like, we can speed it up as fast as we can go here. Like, as time passes, more and more of these objects are just going to get completely, or that their orbits are just going to completely change, as you can see here. And the Earth and Moon are broken away somehow. how is this even going? I don't even know. But yeah, the Earth and Moon are broken away now, so that's pretty crazy. Yeah, as you can see here, the orbits have just spread across the whole inner solar system. As you can see, Mars is now surrounded by these guys. Venus and Mercury are also surrounded by these guys. This is just ridiculous. Let's go back to velocity again. This is the cool one, I think. Wait, is this it? Damn, look at this. Slow this down again. Let's get all the cool colours. Like, this is cool. Let me slow this down here. Wait, was it velocity or acceleration? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, this is cool. Europa's somehow close to the sun now. So Europa has no water on it anymore, but look at this. How did it get there? Like, this just makes no sense. It's fun though. This is pretty fun. Europa. So Europa's now the closest object to the sun, I want to say. Yeah, it does get closer than Mercury at some points there. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah, as you can see there, That's just pretty cool. And that blue sun does look pretty. Look at that dark blue sun. That is a nice Neptune sort of coloured sun there. That is cool. Yeah, there we go, guys. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And if you want me to make this a series, just let me know in the comments, because it's always interesting to see what you guys have to say about this. And yeah, if you got any ideas for another video, just leave them down in the comments, and I'll add them to my list of things to do in future videos. And yeah, that is that. So make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and all that good stuff. Helps on the journey to 1,300 subscribers. And yeah, make sure you all have a good day. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.